A little bit of
Jaheim Bell.
Jaheim Bell, baby. South Carolina tight end transfer, was highly touted coming out of the transfer pool, comes to Florida State, has a good visit, and it didn't take long before it felt like he was going to become a Seminole. But it all was because of what Jordan Travis brings to the table. And I think really, maybe even more, Mike Norvell. And Mike Norvell is going to be interesting to watch. He hasn't had a playmaker at tight end like this since, I want to go back and say, Memphis, where he found some successful tight ends there in their system. I'm really interested to see, though, what Mike is able to do with such a versatile player that can play three positions at once.
Yeah. I mean, this guy is literally the Swiss Army knife of Swiss Army knives. He does it all.
Mm-hmm.
And has Bluetooth probably. I don't know. Modern day Swiss Army knife. But he's a he's a kick returner right here. I've seen him at running back, seen him at receiver, seen him at tight end, in a wing, or on the ball. So I think I've seen some Wildcat too at one point. I don't know. Maybe I might be making that up. But if not, in my mind, you could do that with them. But in the spring game, they didn't really put him anywhere different besides that H tight end that's off the ball, on the ball a little bit. Saw him split out a few times, but they're probably saving that for the fall. But you can put this guy literally anywhere. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of yards here, but he gets the ball past the 20, right? The fact that he can catch a ball, I mean, that shows you the ball tracking skills. Dude's just a ball player. And again, this is high school. So, like, he's been doing this a while. Kick return. I mean, at this point, this poor kicker, he's a grown man amongst boys right here.
Then, man.
Right here is 4 verts. He is at the tight end spot on the ball, and he's got the cross seam. He does a good job of just finding the void, and 2 guys around. He's a good job just snagging that ball and covering it up. I thought that was pretty impressive. You can see Jaheim here to the bottom of the screen. This is from the replay. Just turn your head, looking forward in the seam. And he feels the defenders to his left shoulder, so he starts to roll a little bit because he knows that receiver, the X receiver to the boundary, is probably on a go. If he's even leave him. Just a really good catch, just a natural feel for it.
Yeah.
You know who I got to meet
against the Gators.
Real quick, backing it up. You know who I got to meet who was a really good dude? I mean, it wasn't for very long, but it was kind of cool for him to say this. He's like, "Oh, I know who you are." It's Snoop Menace.
Snoop.
Yeah, can you see him right here?
There's a lot of legends in that little spot right there.
Just a really good dude, man. Really good dude, positive guy. Like him a lot. He's a hell of a ball player too.
You've got Corey Fuller, P-Dub, Snoop Menace. That's a big old frame right there with some big-time Noles.
Yeah, that's some good football players right there. So right here, he is the number 3 dude. He's the wing tight end to the field. He's on the flat route. And this is just not the greatest ball. The ball, he has to do a complete 360 to catch this ball on his inside. Turn around. And the worst thing is for the defense on this part is that they have a lot of space in between him and Jaheim. So he's going to make a miss. That easy.
See, Florida State hasn't had that at tight end. The closest you can get is maybe Cam McDonald, but I don't think he's putting that move on that DB. I really don't.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see, but I think they're gonna have him all over the place. I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on how much he can handle. But it was so strange to me that they had him, but it wasn't. It was just I was expecting him to be in a lot of different spots, but they just had him at the normal tight end spot. So good for them, not doing anything crazy. But you can see right here, he is the tight end down here to the boundary. He is going to go basically just lead block. They're going to run counter tray, which is the guard tackle counter, and pull around. But just where he's probably got to improve his game the most is blocking. He's got to get used to blocking all the time and just running through people, not stopping your feet through contact. But you can tell they've been working with him this spring, and he gets the play started right here. So, that's positive upside.
Yeah. He's got to have that contact and drive. He's kind of allowed and then keep his arms extended to try that block. I mean, Steven Dix is a big boy, but still, you're tight end. You're going to have to get physical.
You can see he's motioning here. He's on the back side of this. And just another example of him being able to beat people over the top. It helped with the play action a little bit, but just good play. So right here, he's at the running back spot. This is my one of my former players, Nate Atkins, 44, motion across. But Jaheim's at the running back spot right here. So, I mean, he's got experience with the mesh of the quarterback and the running back. You know what I'm saying? So he could always, start out at receiver spot and motion in, and on the snap, you hit it and you mesh, So there's the possibilities, what I'm trying to say, are unlimited with him, what you can do. I like this right here where he lowers his shoulder. He doesn't try to make him miss. He tries to run him over, and then he gets real aggressive with this right hand. Watch this on 54. I want this guy in a bar fight with me too. But he's about to take on everybody. He's from Valdosta, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep, he is.
Yep. That's exactly why.
That's where that's coming from. And you get a little rivalry. He's going to find out quick when Miami comes to Doak how that's going to be about.
You just see, he's a hard dude to bring down. This guy's wrapped up on him. Clubs the dude.
He has good awareness because he flipped his helmet just in time to see that right defender coming.
I would bet this guy's been in a fight before.
Where can I put my money at?
I had players. I remember every room I've been in, I've always asked the kids, you guys ever been in a fight? There's always one or two kids that say, no, I haven't. I'm like, it's all right. It's going to happen at some point.